Hi friends, welcome back. So in this video, I'll be discussing very important topic in software testing, which is test data in software testing. What is all about test data? What are the various examples for test data, as well as why do we really require test data and what are its benefits also, which I'm going to discuss in this video in detail. So first we will try to understand what is test data. The test data is nothing but it is an input value which we provide to test the application. That is the first thing, which is the input value. And the second thing is the test configuration as well, because whenever we are testing the application, we will be going with the different configurations as well. That is also we call it as a test data in our software testing. That is the second thing. And the third thing is even the test conditions. What are the various conditions we need to keep in order to test the application? That is also very crucial. These are the three things which we refer as a test data that are used in software application for testing. And we'll now understand what are the various examples for test data. The first type of test data example is positive test data examples. If you take an example of a web page where we have a login functionality is there, which is username and password, and we have a login button also will be there. Whenever we enter username and password, when you click on login, you should log in. Whenever in this kind of scenario, we may give username as like this and password as something like this. And these are some of the positive information which we enter into the system for testing the application, which is more of a positive scenario, positive data which we are going to provide to the application, so that we are really able to log into the applications or not, that we are going to test it as part of this positive test data. And the second type of test data is negative test data. If we take a same example, if you try to give a invalid or incorrect inputs for the same login page, then what happens? Here we are trying to provide completely a incorrect username or incorrect password. Now we have to see whether application really logs into the application or it fails to give a right error message. Also we should see as part of this negative test cases, where we have to clearly see the observation on the error messages, plus you should not log into the application even when you try to give negative test data. That is very crucial. We have to test as part of this test data testing. That is the second one. And the third one is boundary test data. Boundary test data here is nothing but we are going to check the software behind reasonable or permissible ranges. If you take an example of human age normally it can be anywhere from 0 to 100. If it is certain people may live more than 100 as well, and we have to test that items as well, that we provide it as a normal is the boundary test data. If you take an example, age is 18 is a minimum age for voting, and 60th is a retirement age. Now we have to validate all these different boundary test data to see whether your application really behaving as expected or not. And the next one is just we are going to give randomly the test data we are going to generate, and we are going to provide to the application randomly. And the next type of test data is data format and its type. Data format can be various different formats also will be there, and we should be able to give the test data appropriately with the different formats of data, so that your applications should be able to take all those test data in the required data format. That also will have to validate. The next question is why test data is important in software testing. What is the importance of test data? The importance of test data is when you have a right set of test data with the various combinations, definitely we can increase the overall test coverage as part of our software testing. And the second important aspects of test data is we could able to find more bugs, as well as we can reduce the overall cost of the application implementation, because when we are able to find the bugs early in the system, definitely we can improve the overall cost of the application implementation as well. And the third one is when we are able to find more issues, definitely that is going to create a lot of customer trust as well, because before we are putting into the production, we are able to find as many as issues possible, so that we are giving a little lesser bugs software to the customer, so that customer will be happy whenever we are giving the software to their site, so that they may not be able to find the critical issues or critical bugs during their production operation. That's why the customer trust also will be very high. If you follow all the different test data mechanism and you are able to test that, definitely we may get good benefits as part of our software testing processes. So this is all about test data and some of the examples for test data, as well as what are the benefits or why really test data is required to perform in software testing. I hope you guys really like this video. If you guys really like this video, please click on like button. If you guys are not subscribed, do subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.